Me in the studio this morning for the second annual Stoneware Fest and Swap Meet. We have Carol Parrish and LaDonna Green. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you both?
We're good.
It's a beautiful morning.
It is a pretty morning. Could use a little rain.
We could.
We'll see
Farmers and gardeners.
Farmers, gardeners, and our lawns, right?
Yes.
They're turning brown already.
We
It's only
are.
June the
It's
1st.
August.
Yeah.
All right. Carol and LaDonna, tell me a little bit about yourselves for people who may not know you and your involvement with the Stoneware Museum.
Okay. I'm Carol Parrish, and I'm the curator of the museum, which is located at 507 South Sunny Lane. And I've been there ever since we opened in 2019, the fall of 2019. And a lot of my emphasis is the exhibits and research of the items that we have.
Okay. LaDonna?
I'm LaDonna Green. I was originally from Monmouth, born and raised just west of town. Went to Yorkwood High School, back when there was a Yorkwood. I live in Galesburg now, and I've been with the Stoneware Museum for a little over a year now and enjoy it thoroughly. I'm advertising, marketing, tours with Carol. Love the stoneware. People need to come see us. We'd love to have them.
Yeah, well, they've got, you guys have a big event coming up where you can really get to know the Stoneware Museum and what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it.
It's wonderful. I have to tell you, last year was our very first one, and this is going to be on the last Saturday of the month, so June 24th. LaDonna will go into that some more detail. And the day started out really, really early in the morning setting up, and we had a horrendous rain. And we thought it was going to put a damper on the whole day, but in reality, everybody was hunkered under tents and in the building. And somebody after it said it felt like a family reunion.
Oh, good.
It was wonderful.
Glad it went well.
Was neat. It was neat.
Got to see the book that you put together. That's very intriguing.
It just helps jog the memory of what a wonderful day it was. And it came off without a hitch. And the owners, Ray and Cindy Brinkman, pulled out all the stops, and nothing was not done.
We had tents to protect everybody from the hot blazing sun that we have been having, but it turned out to be a godsend because it protected us from the rain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know if we would have had vendors staying if
Sure.
we hadn't have had the tents. But people pulled together. We had plenty of help. We started at 5 o'clock in the morning with vendors coming into the facility, and we had a lot of young high school students to help them unload their stoneware. So it was quick. It was easy for them. They are supplied with tents, no chairs, tables, no chairs. And everybody pulled together and helped each other. It was like a family reunion.
And the great thing about these vendors, they are so knowledgeable. So even if you have a question that you want answered, and we definitely want people to bring in what they have if they don't know enough information about it, looking for more. And it doesn't have to just be Western. It just needs to be, an article pottery. And the appraisers do a great job.
And the appraisals are free.
Yes.
We have two very knowledgeable gentlemen, one from Illinois and one from Missouri, that are vendors. Excuse me. And they also are knowledgeable on any kind of pottery. We have all makes, models, brands of pottery from Whitehall, from
Red Wing, Ohio.
Of course,
Yeah,
all
all
our
over.
all our Western Stoneware, Monmouth Pottery. We have Macomb Pottery, all types. So it's not just a Western Stoneware Monmouth Pottery event. It's a pottery event.
Yes, I saw you have 5 different states where
Yes.
vendors come. So, set the stage for us for June 24th. Tell us what we can expect.
June 24th, we will be getting to the facility, the museum, for vendors at 5 o'clock in the morning. The show opens officially at 8. There will be demonstrations on pottery making, on packaging and mailing, and if you've ever received a broken piece of pottery in the mail, you know how important it is for packaging and mailing. Then we have Jeff Adams there with his brick display.
I'd like to jump in on that one.
Yes.
So we're pottery, but we're also branching out because if you look, our original kind of pottery that we talk about is the 3M company. they did sewer tiles, but they also did bricks and that type of thing. And there's a relationship there in the pottery business. And he is a wonderful individual up around Geneseo. And he has, I believe, way over 1,000 bricks in his basement. And he is coming and wants to bring some of these unusual bricks that he has. But if you have a brick that you might have that you could care less about or something and willing to add to his collection, he would be most grateful for that. And but it's a lot of fun because it's something different than what. So it's a little bit for everybody.
Okay. So packaging, mailing, brick display. What else for demonstrations?
Chris Jonas is going to be there with his Macomb Potteries book, which is wonderful. You don't know the history of Macomb Potteries until you see this book through the years. It's magnificent.
He spent over 20 years acquiring the information, and it's a fabulous book, and we'll have copies there for sale.
Nice.
Now, we also have a food vendor, Fat Belly's Barbecue. The museum tours, as always, are free, so we have that. Linda Sickman will be making pottery, and then Janice Wunderlich from the college will be using a Western Stoneware pottery wheel, a kick wheel, and she will be making some pottery on that.
Fantastic.
So there's a lot to go on, plus the camaraderie that everybody feels when you find a piece of pottery that you've been looking for, or when you get a piece of family history, have it appraised and find out, how important it is in the pottery world.
Right. Well, good. So you have 2 appraisers. We have over 30 vendors from 5 states, demonstrations taking place, plus just good old-fashioned camaraderie.
Yes.
What else happens that day? There's another big event.
Oh, the ball game.
Take me out to the ball game.
Yes. Yes.
It's a big deal.
Last year, Ray Brinkman and Carol were in the museum, and 2 pictures were brought in. And they were from the Western Stoneware Company ball team, I should say, and then the Potters, the Monmouth Potters.
So in my research, I found out that different companies and organizations within towns would organize ball teams. So Turnbull's had the Turnbull Undertakers, and the Review Atlas had the Atlas team. So and then they would play a circuit, and they could go over into eastern Iowa and Macomb, and they were all around. And then they would play tournaments and all that kind of stuff. So that led another avenue of learning about the pottery.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just between potteries; it was between businesses and
Yeah. So we're bringing it back again.
Yes, last year the pottery had purchased some vintage ball uniforms, and we got a team together and just kind of presented it to everybody in attendance.
Sure.
At the Stoneware Fest, and it was really kind of a moment, kind of a Field of Dreams moment, because they came out behind everybody and then appeared in the tent, and it was such a neat moment honoring that ball team. Well, this year the museum has purchased vintage uniforms that were what the Potters team wore, and we have Monmouth-Roseville high school baseball team and United high school baseball teams, and they are going to play a commemorative game because it is the 100th year since we got that. I mean, since the team that we had the 1923 picture, and of course 2023. So we're celebrating that at the Maple City Field of Dreams at 2:00 on Saturday.
Yeah, get out to see that. That's going to be fun.
And there will be no concession. So with the hot weather now, we just want to make sure people bring water for
And no
themselves.
admission charge.
Right.
It's free.
Right.
And no admission charge to the event, to the Stoneware Fest. So it's a good day to just bring family. But the ball game, we're looking forward to that with the high school students playing, and our own Sean Temple will be giving the play-by-play, which always adds color to everything.
Yes, he will do a great job with the public address, and it's going to be fun Can't wait to see it.
And we appreciate that so much that
we do.
Sean is going to be able to do that
Yes.
for us.
Okay, that's coming up on June 24th. It's the second annual Stoneware Fest and Swap Meet. That begins at 8 a.m., but then you can stick around for 2 o'clock for the first pitch between the Western Stoneware Company and the Potters. Cool.
Yes.
And that's at the Maple City Field of Dreams. Everything's free and open to the public to come out to these 2 events. So looking forward to it, ladies.
Can I give a plug for the museum? Just let everybody know that we are open on Saturdays, 8 to 4, and by appointment during the week. And we have more pottery.
More pottery.
It comes in all the time, and there'll be new things for people to see. If you think you've been there once, you need to come back again. And generally, you'd be surprised. A lady came in last week, and she thought she was only going to be here for a half hour. 2 hours later,
Sure.
we had a great time.
It jogs people's memories too, of their experience or their family's experiences, and we're trying to meet with people and find out their working experience at the pottery or even their family's experience with the pottery. It's such a piece of Monmouth history.
Yeah.
It is.
And on that note, I'm working on an exhibit. I hope to have it done in time in cooperation with the Warren County History Museum. They've got the wall space that we do not have. And it'll be on Marshall Romine. And a lot of people should know him. He was a Rotarian and a member of the United Presbyterian Church, and he passed away in 76. So I'm hoping that there'll be individuals that know him. Will be sure to stop by and see that exhibit that we have from him. There will be some family memories of him, so that'll give us different insight that you don't see in a newspaper.
Okay. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Anything else you want people to know?
Just make sure and come and give us a try at the Stoneware Fest.
It's local history
It is.
that needs to be remembered.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to it, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is LaDonna Green and curator Carol Parrish with the Stoneware Museum for the second annual Stoneware Fest and Swap Meet and Vintage Baseball Game featuring Monmouth-Roseville and United on June 24th. You can go to our website for more information.